Good morning. So, am I properly audible to you? Just say yes or no so that I know it. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Thank you. Thank you. So, let's start and welcome to everyone after a pretty long time. And well, there are few questions. So, first, what I'll do is one very interesting question was asked, what exactly is this season 2? Well, season 2 is those who are new. All right. Those who are new, last year also we conducted something like this. But the only difference is this time that what we have added is last year, if you check, it was like for comfortable journey to MBBS. This time it is for much comfortable journey to MBBS. True, right? That's our area, and we'll be talking more about it as we proceed. And because this T20 World Cup is going on, so instead of writing something like boring, I wrote it like game 01, 02, 03, right? So that's how things would really proceed. Okay, so let me introduce myself as such. Yeah, I think I'll be doing it bit quick. Say I'm Dr. Bankim Jani, and in medical I did my MBBS, DMRA, and MD radiology, and that is the medical part. And in IT, yeah, I'm into IT also. So the international accreditations from Cisco, Microsoft, Sun Microsystems. Then I was technical evangelist for Novell USA and CompTIA. These are some international companies and collectively holding about 23 accreditations from these companies. More when we'll meet, we'll talk about it. And plus I'm into fitness. So about tomorrow I'll show you. Till now acquired more than 100 medals. So tomorrow I'll show you the photograph of those medals also, because there is some very interesting story behind it, right? Pre-COVID and post-COVID. If you'll really look at the channel, you'll find that last year, yeah, it was the second wave of COVID, and it was almost over. Yeah. Uh, the D dimer was more than 5,000. C-reactive protein, CRP, was more than 170. One of the lung was collapsed. Oxygen level was below a dangerous level. Somehow, God's grace and love of everyone and your good wishes, I survived. So, medals are in the form of pre-COVID and post-COVID, right? So that way, I have put the medals on my wall, pre-COVID medals and post-COVID medals. Tomorrow, I'll show you the picture. One more thing, time to time, you might feel like why I'm watching on the side screen. The reason behind it is that this is a brief description of my setup, that this is a laptop, right? Those who are into gaming industry, they would love this configuration. This is i9 Black Edition Extreme. It is with 128 GB RAM. It is with 8 TB of RAID 5 SATA, and it is with 12 GB into 2 graphic display. So this is the laptop, and we are streaming on the bandwidth of right now at 200 Mbps. So all these things, they are like so that there is no lag. You should be able to get every screen very properly. Connected with this is this writing pad on which I'm writing, and yes, I'm not against Microsoft, or I'm not against PowerPoint. Those who are using, well and good. But practically, what I sometimes feel is that PowerPoint, it kills the creativity. So usually, what I really do is that every concept would be practically written, right? Every concept would be practically written. Roshni, myself means any guy, a first year student. Okay. All right, fine. So PowerPoint, it sometimes I feel it kills the creativity. So here, what we'll do is we'll understand every concept will write, will draw. At times will be I'll be telling you like say this point is important and I'll put a star, I'll put something like this, something which is very comfortable, right? So that way it actually registers that this concept is useful and we should not really forget it, right? More as we talk about the reading style, our reading pattern, and here is one more screen on which actually the entire live chat is going on. So it is on the side screen. So when I see on that side, so it means I'm actually looking at your chat. So sorry if at times you might have asked a question, but it might take some time before I really look at it and then I answer it. Okay. So let's move on to our now today's plan, action plan. Right now, say as I said, I'm into fitness, and yes, I am a marathon runner. Right, I'm a marathon runner. So marathon is 42.195 kilometers is the distance which is to be covered. And when we say ultra marathon, so that means they are plus 50 kilometers when you are crossing more than 50 kilometers. And then there are trail run. Trail run means it's not on the road, but it is with all those ubad khabad rasta, right? So that's where you run. In marathon, there is something which is very interesting. You eat whatever you like, right? You load yourself, you eat all those pizzas and pastas last evening, right? And a small request. See, at times it is happening like some of the question like from where are you, etc., etc., right? Please don't do that, right? Please don't do that. What really would happen is, because this chat is right now, I put it unrestricted, right? Anyone can type anything. But what really would happen is the moment you'll start typing that, okay, I am from here, I am from there, you might miss some of the concepts, right? So just a humble request, right? Avoid those things. And genuinely, if there is any question, I have not put any restriction. You can ask it anytime, right? No worries. Okay, so please stop this thing, EEU and GAU, etc., right? Right. Thanks, Farhan. Thanks, Kaushal. All right. So this is what I was talking about. Okay, last evening, you eat whatever the amount of pastas and pizzas, that is, you load your body with the carbohydrates. If you have practiced well, still about 32 to 34 kilometers, it is the most dangerous distance, because that is what is called as the hitting the wall. Hitting the wall. Hitting the wall means at that point, your body seems so exhausted, you feel like that, let me quit the race. It's not possible. You might get headache. There might be some nausea. Anything can happen. But it is from this point onwards, it is a brain game. It is a brain game. That is where you really talk to yourself. Guys, seriously, tomorrow when I'll show you the medals, I survived because of when I saw that, okay, these are the medals, right? So I must survive this COVID, right? They give you so much of strength. Okay. That's true. We'll take that. Okay. So when it comes to marathon, medical is like a marathon. Medical is like a marathon. It is not a sprint. It's a long race. It's a pretty long race, right? So the idea is, if you plan properly, you need to plan very properly. See, you are just taking the admission, right? So that's why these things will be very vital for you. If you plan properly, you will never hit the wall. That means you will never be burnt out. You will never be exhausted, right? So this is the planning which is needed. And we shall be doing this thing in this week only. And when we say plan, this is like actually a military plan. So what really happens is that what exactly is our inventory? Inventory means what exactly we have and what's our target. And accordingly, we'll plan out, right? So more when we talk about it. one very vital thing which I really want from your side. See, I'll be with you at every step. And when I say will be with you till you are MBBS, so actually it means like that. I'll be giving you one email address also, so on which you can ask any of the questions. When I say any of the questions, yes, it happens like I do receive questions about even when students talk about their personal life. Yes, it is okay. There were about 1650 emails. Now it is not possible to answer all of them. So what I really do is I pick up the points and then I merge them into our lecture, right? So automatically you will understand, okay, this is the answer of my question. All right. Guys, please don't do that. Anyone from here or anyone from there. Okay. So moving on to this first point, what I really want from you. I want only one thing from you. Consistency. But you give me the consistency. That means whatever the things which are taught to you, whatever the things which are explained to you, I never say that this would be a lecture. I always say this is just a discussion. Many times it happens like definitely I learn from you. So this is like a discussion, right? But some things which I have actually experimented, I worked on myself. And if you say, yes, I want to run marathon, I can give you a very clear guideline, ke boss, you work on this way and definitely you'll be able to run marathon beyond doubt. But what I really want is consistency. It should not happen like you work for 1 day, you work for 2 days, and on the 3rd day, if you drop, and then it comes like that you are not getting success. No, don't do that. But consistency. If you are consistent, you do your work every day, whatever it is said, you'll be so successful, you'll be surprised. And we know that that race of that rabbit and tortoise, correct? Rabbit so fast, and really I tell you, it happens like, say, those who are from English medium, at times they feel no problem, we'll be able to study this subject very fast, as compared to those who are not into that medium. Yes, it might take some time, right, before they catch up with the subject, but gradually every day, if you keep on consistently learning, consistently, you'll be surprised by the result. It is exactly like, say, marathon, right? What I said is marathon. First day you run 2 kilometers. Next day you add slightly. After 2 weeks you add something more. One fine day you'll be running 42 without any problem. Same thing is over here. Consistency, right? Because you won't be able to swallow so much of material in short span of time. So that's why we'll be learning from tomorrow, right? We'll be learning some new skill sets, those skill sets which are vital for a very smooth journey into the medical science, and when we'll be following that principle. One thing, if you have noticed, at no point of time I'm running any of the long sentences. Same thing will be true through and through in our training. I'll never be running long sentences. It will be only in the form of keywords. So when we know the keywords, we'll be able to decipher the meaning much easily, because our brain is not a dustbin in which we keep on cramming the things. No. 2 points in our training, that would be, you never ever have to cram anything, because I'm totally against it. And second is, you should be able to visualize the thing. Once you visualize, you'll be able to recall the subject much easily and more effectively, right? So this is what I really want from you, consistency, so that there are no burnouts. Means you should not be exhausted by the end of first year or second year that, okay, rest of the journey is so difficult. So as you have entered into medical, so this is now like a wonderful journey. Interestingly, it happens like this. So one group who is into medical, and those, their friends, either they are into arts or commerce or engineering, right? They will be completing their education much faster and they will be into business. So at times, say after 3 or 4 years, they'll say, Acha, kya kar raha hai? So you will say, I'm still studying MBBS. They'll say, Acha, I am the graduate, I got the job and everything. Okay, be patient, because it happens like that you have to work hard. You have to work hard only once in your life. These, say, MBBS, that is about, say, 4.5, 5 years, then your internship, then your post-graduation, right, another 3. So you give about 9 to 10 years of your life. But trust me, rest of the journey is awesome. At no point of time you'll find that a doctor is not getting any job. No, it won't happen. Because against the demand, the number of doctors, they are still less. But then when the competition comes, it comes in the form of a quality. So I'll say just one question, one sentence: kill the competition. Seriously, kill the competition. Yes, do remember this. And how will you kill it? It's like you should be so fantastic that when it comes to interview, that company or that hospital or that organization should feel that if we drop this person in, then we are a fool. Kill the competition. And time to time, I'll keep on telling you about how to really acquire it. There are specific skill sets, and today also I'll be telling about that what exactly a student should do right from the first year. And because there are so many parents also, I was told that so many parents will also be present. So some of the points will be addressed to even them. It is necessary. Okay. So guidance. Is it needed? Sometimes they say this is for the subjects, right? Things are available in books, right? On say YouTube or on internet or our Dr. Google, right? Dr. Google, right? Everything is available. So then why this guidance is needed? I'll tell you one real event. If you'll check my past videos, you'll find that this event I described even in those videos. It was way back, about 4 or 5 years back, right? It was a very heavy rainy day, very stormy, and it was quite late night, almost, maybe it was almost 1 o'clock. Now this is my room. This side is with glass windows, right? And partially that window was open. At night, I was just working, and then there was some tuck, 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 tuck. Yeah, all these notes would be shared, definitely, right? I'll be coming to that point also. So at night, when I was working, right, there was heavy rain outside, and then there was some sound, tuck, 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 tuck. When I checked it, I just saw, so there was one insect, right? There was one insect, and he was trying to come in, right? Because it was constantly knocking on the glass. And after some time, that sound stopped. I found that insect died. It was dead just at that corner. Now tell me one thing, had that insect traveled just this much, then he would have entered into the room and where he would have stayed comfortably. This is the reality. At times, we work very hard. But one small direction can increase your chances of success. By the way, you watch movies, 36 Chamber of Shaolin, right? This is the movie. I love this movie. I must have seen this movie so many times. 36 Chamber of Shaolin. This is a martial art film. And in that film, that hero, he was fighting, and those gundas, they were beating him like anything. And his guru, he was sitting over there and he was sipping the tea. So it happened like that guru, right? When he was badly beaten, he said, okay, this is the weapon, just hold it ulta, right? Like this, and now fight. And then he was able to beat everyone. But this is the guidance. This is the guidance. I'll not be telling you that, okay, you cram this or you cram that. No, but I'll be able to tell you some things which will ease your medical journey. Plus, what is needed is consistency, right? Now, when it comes to brain, say, let's ask a question. Have you cried while watching a movie? Right? While watching a movie. Anyone who has cried while watching a movie? Or say, where you feel like, this was so bad, right? Yes, yes. Now it requires sometimes, all right? Okay, no. So Tanvi, you are quite brave. Tanvi is brave. Aman is brave. Okay. All right. All right. Now for those brave-hearted, those who are, Acha, okay, in Sher Shah movie. All right. Yeah. See, mostly so many yes are there, right? Okay. Now those who are brave-hearted, right? There was a movie called Dhoom, right? Dhoom 1, Dhoom 2. Now, after watching that movie, and when we take our bike on the road, that speed of our bike or speed of our car increases, right? Or when you are using some very electrifying high speed music, so then your speed of your vehicle increases. Or when you are watching that horror film, right? And then that door, right? Then that door opens, and we feel, there is something. We feel something, right? Right? It happens. If right, yeah, when there is emotional scene or when we speed up. But all of you, you are intelligent enough to understand that if this hero has died or if this heroine has died, right? As such, nothing has happened. They are staying so comfortably in Mumbai or in any of the city, and they are absolutely fine. And she died in this show. She will die in the next show also. But still, we cry. We know that this is all nakli, right? Nothing is real. All those movies, they are just shot and then. But why? Why still it affects our brain? Right. And by the way, have you ever cried, say, while reading about the heart? कि यार बेचारा, this poor heart, right, who has got 4 chambers and he is working day and night and is working at the speed of roughly 80 beats per minute, and is constantly, बेचारा, without taking any vacation, is constantly beating for 70 years, 80 years, 90 years. बेचारे को एक भी दिन vacation नहीं, एक minute भी vacation नहीं, and constantly working, right? So pity of this heart, बेचारा, such a good heart. Have you ever cried for this heart? Right? We don't cry, no? Right? Or while any of the chemical reaction, right? If it is the thermogenic reaction, do we feel, yaar, these two chemicals met and there is so much of heat generated, right? No. But we definitely cry, we definitely laugh, we definitely feel terrified while watching the movie, right? But that's the thing. This is what is called as the visualization. Actually, in medical science, the beauty is when we visualize the subject, we'll be able to remember it so effectively. And that's exactly what we'll be doing, right? The visualization. And it's fun. It's a great fun. By this way, this reminds me when I did my MBBS from BJ Medical College, BJ Medical College, Ahmedabad. Now, there was our library was huge, but at night, right, दूर कहीं पे, मतलब there was a hall, and they used to play that in शादी की season. They used to play band, right, and those songs and everything was, and you could hear them very clearly in the library. Actually, it happens like you are studying so sincerely, cirrhosis of liver, okay, there it is, this, that. And and then and then after some time you are into the song, and then you are tapping the feet, and at that time Madhuri Dixit was very popular. And in fact, there was a comment on our notice board, okay, guys, don't worry about that Madhuri Dixit got married. At least be happy that she got married into medical community. He's doctor, right? So everyone commented that, yes, that's good, that's good. Anyway, coming back to our point, that BJ Medical College library, and you are studying, but that particular song, it keeps on rotating in your mind, and at times it happens like we forget that what exactly are we reading. This is what actually happens. You'll agree that at times it must have happened with you also. So brain, it works in such a way that we cannot guide our brain. We cannot really rule over our brain, ke chalo, you do this. But we can handle it so smoothly with the help of very specific habits. And that habit is the visualization. So for students, right, for all the students, first thing first, this is what is needed, visualize. Now, what to visualize? I'll say, where do you see yourself 10 years from now? Or in other words, you want to earn money. Let's be practical. You want to earn money. You want to earn fame. Now, if the answer is yes, the next question comes is, how much? How much? What do you want? Because when the life goes like a theek, the way life is going, let it pass. No, that's the biggest mistake. Visualize. Visualize and then write it down. Write down. So if this habit, now you have got iPads and you have got laptops, so you can write it digitally also. You know, previously I used to write in the diary. Now I write digitally. The biggest advantage is you can write even gali also, right? Someday you are frustrated, right? You can write gali also, bindas, because you know that no one will be able to read your hidden content. So the thing is, start writing down, right? That is the first thing. And second is self-talk. Talk with yourself. And talk with yourself in real time. Gradually, these things will become reality. You'll be able to actually see the difference. You'll start getting the results. Because your brain is such a wonderful thing. We can talk endlessly on our brain, that how it really functions. But at this point of time, no, I'm just telling you those things which you follow and see the result. And see the results. And these are like guaranteed results. You'll definitely be getting the will be getting the good results. Right? When we are talking or when we are writing, only two principles you have to follow. Don't write anything negative. When I say negative means what? Negative means two statements. One, I should not fail and I will pass. Now, theoretically, if you see these both these sentences, they are same. But your brain would register the keyword. Never ever write like this. Never write negative things. For brain, there is nothing like negative or positive. It will just pick up the keywords. So once anyone has written that I should not fail, brain will always try that, okay, the target is fail, and we'll try to achieve that, right? And so write it in a very positive way, and it works. And this habit, I want that you write every day, even if you feel like you just write 2 sentences, but write every day. See, it will make such a huge difference, right? First thing, this is for students, right? Everyone. The second point, I would insist that in medical science, your power of observation, this would be vital. Power of observation. Many of the signs, symptoms, when you see the patient, and you should be able to decipher, you should be able to listen to the things very carefully, and you'll be able to get the hint. For power of observation, for improving, I would suggest just one book, not the movie, but the book, right? Sherlock Holmes, Adventure of Sherlock Holmes by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, right? There are 54 long stories and 5 shorts, 54 short stories and 5 long stories, right? But these 54 short stories, they are pretty good, right? Just 5, 7, 10 pages, and they are over. In case if you want the PDF, just let me know, right? I'll send you. What Sherlock Holmes is, one of the finest character. Now, because of the movie, you must be knowing the Sherlock Holmes quite well, right? But reading the book, it makes a big difference. First, you'll start cultivating the reading habit, right? You'll develop the patience. And third thing, when you are reading, you'll come across so many new words, right? So many new words. So that would improve even your vocabulary. Now, we say that, okay, we are in medical, we don't have to give all those lumby speech and everything. But well, when you read on our, I'm just fast forwarding, on our today's day 1, on our day 3 and day 4, we'll be learning one of the skill set, and that is super reading. Now, super reading, trust me, in these 2 days, whatever the things which would be discussed, if you follow it religiously, right, without a single day break, 21 days, just 21 days, my guarantee, your reading speed would be doubled, minimum double. And when I say speed, I'm not telling that you'll be able to read the things faster. No, you'll be able to understand it much properly at double the pace. Not only that, you'll be able to express the same concept in your own words. This is something which is needed. This method, that's why we have incorporated this method for 2 full days. And during those days, when we'll be learning, that is day after tomorrow and after that, right? Any question you ask, any question, we'll be answering it at that point only. This is not only needed for your better understanding, but trust me, if you acquire it properly, you'll be a very good orator. You'll be able to speak at a very fast pace, very proper pace with a good content, because the keywords, they'll keep on flowing one after the another. You don't have to cram anything. So this would be a very big advantage. Yeah, you will get the PDF. I'm coming to all these points. I'm coming to all these points. You will, Sherlock Holmes and books are also, oh yes, it's absolutely. Roshni, don't worry. Just right, I'll come to that point, that how can you, so this is the email address. Email address is tillurmbbs@gmail.com. This is the permanent email address on which you can always talk to me directly, right? So once you will send me your mail address, I'll send you the PDF, no problems. Coming back to this. So this day 3 and day 4, right? The super reading skills, we'll be discussing at length. There'll be some tasks which will be given to you. And those tasks, at times you will feel like, it is so strenuous, right? I'm unable to, even my current reading speed is decreasing. But we'll discuss it on that day, that how effective it is when you put it into practice. Gradually, you'll start increasing the speed. It is exactly like cycling. Day one, you are falling left and right. But as you practice, you are so smooth, so comfortable. And now when on the bike, you are traveling at the speed of 100 kilometers, but still you are so confident. Remember the day when you are learning the cycling, right? Handle steady, right pedal, left pedal, and still there was, if you'll find, okay, there is a cow and someone will say, okay, don't hit him, don't hit the cow, and cycle was going towards that cow only. It happened with me, that's why I'm telling. Actually, my father taught me how to ride a bicycle, right? And he said, take care, don't take the cycle over that, it went over there only. So this is the email address on which we'll keep on talking. Now the third point. Friends, I'm not against your cell phones. I'm not against your iPads, on your laptops. I'm not against WhatsApp. I'm not against any of those other chat modes. But the point is, just before you go to sleep, don't use it. Just, if not more, at least 15 minutes. 15 minutes. See, you have got beautiful brain, but if you don't get proper sleep, if you don't give your brain the proper nutrition, right? If you don't give yourself the proper rest, so then that marvelous brain will function at suboptimal level. So cell phones, the reason behind it is the illuminance or the luminance. Now the cell phones, they are with such bright screens, extremely bright screens, that their brightness is equivalent to sunlight, right? The amount of luminance is almost equal to sunlight. So at night, when your eyes, when your retina, when so much light falls on the retina, brain feels like, okay, it's day, and actually it would hamper, it will disturb your sleep. Now, let's ask one question. How many of you sleep by, say, 10 p.m.? How many of you sleep by 10 p.m.? How many of you sleep by 10 p.m.? Okay. All right. Nice. How many of you sleep after 12 a.m.? How many of you sleep after 11, right? So now 11 p.m. Okay, from this point onwards, how many of you are having trouble sleeping and it becomes late? So see, right, after 12, at 12, yes. Devashri, you are very honest, because publicly when someone tells this is really good, trouble sleeping. By the way, Mansi, you are so accurate, 11:30, 12. 11:30 to 12. I thought that you said that I sleep at 11 hours, 30 minutes and 12 seconds. So I thought that, are you a robot? So precise? Okay. All right. Yes, troublesome to speak after 12 o'clock, definitely. See, this is universal. And as we are more and more going towards this cell phone, right, or the TV, or iPads, all those illuminated screens, right, they affect our sleep. There is something very interesting. It is called as the yogic nindra. It's nothing but a specific music. Now, as such, to say even on Amazon or say Apple Music, or in many of the cases, this music, which is very helpful for the sleep, it's available. But I don't mind sending you even that music. Okay. So this sleep, that is so important and so vital. Now moving on to, just a minute. So moving on to our action plan. Today is day 1. Day 2, tomorrow, we'll be talking about USMLE, PLAB, then next, these are all competitive exams. Time to time, I'll keep on telling you about that. Are you on the track? Right? Are you on the track means, are you taking proper sleep? Because it is vital. I would say that, are you doing some sort of exercise? If not more, just 20 minutes a day. Yes, it is needed for improving your circulation. When the circulation of the body improves, it will improve even your brain function, right? So this sleep, exercise, and obviously the consistency. Consistently, whatever is said, that you keep on learning and see the difference. Right? Okay. On day 3 and day 4, we'll be talking about that super reading. Right? This would be in depth. In this super reading, yes, we'll be talking about the current habits, how to take care of those habits so that you start acquiring new skill sets. There would be practice which will be given to you. You follow that practice, and then stage by stage, there would be 4 stages. Stage 1, stage 2, 3 and 4 will cover all the stages. Stage 1 and stage 2, you might find it that they are quite easy. Stage 3, that is where your dedication would be needed. Stage 4, it would be a pleasure, because as you'll practice it, right, you'll start, it is like driving. Once you are into 4th gear and 5th gear, right, slight accelerator and your speed would be improved. So this is very vital. Day 5, now this time, day 5, that would be Saturday. Every Saturday we would meet. But on that day, we won't be talking about any of the subject. We'll be talking, I always say it would be like a brain booster. Right? Brain booster. How many of you have taken admission into, you have taken this gym membership? Gym membership, yeah? Gymnasium, right? Gym membership. We pay for the entire year, right? We pay for the annually. We pay for the entire year. Now, there was a very interesting study that out of 100 members, 75 members, they don't even go to that gym for 50% of days. That's how those gyms they earn. Now, why it happens like that, right? You pay monthly, okay, right? But it happens like that we feel like, अरे यार, today is what? Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday. चलो ठीक है, weekend को जाएंगे, right? Saturday, Sunday. On that Saturday, Sunday, friend tells कि let's go for a movie. हाँ ठीक है, चलो Monday से, right? That Monday never comes. Then when it is say 18th, 28th, 24th, 25th date, no problem, we'll go from next month first. And again, it keeps on lingering. This is what really happens. When you have paid for that, still we don't go, right? That's how those gym they survive. This day 5, that is every Saturday, is meant for that purpose. On that day, brain booster is like where we'll actually talk. We'll actually talk. Any problem, anything you want to talk about, we'll be discussing on that day, so that you remain on track. Right? Otherwise, anything and everything we do, but if you are not consistent with the plan, action plan, then mission will never be successful. Right? So this is what is very much needed, And we really appreciate if you implement it very properly. Now, something which is very crucial for the parents, right? This short thing, just two things which I would like to address to parents. One, under any circumstances, please don't compare. Please don't compare your kids with anyone else. Now, it's not so that I'm pointing out to anyone specific, but I've heard when they say, "अरे सी पड़ोस का लड़का तो वो इतने परसेंटेज लाया, what तू क्या कर रहा था या तू क्या कर रही थी?" Why to destroy? Why to destroy anyone's self-confidence? This is a crime. This is a crime. Never ever insult anyone. Never ever insult. Because see, if you hit with a stick, right? Yes, there would be injury, but that thing would heal after some time. That would heal after some time. But those harsh words, they actually penetrate so deep, and they will keep on injuring that person's self-confidence, that self-faith that is shattered. Gradually, it becomes a habit. Okay, I am not good. In spite of all the efforts, still it is like a mirror. Once there is a crack, that crack remains, right? The same way, say, if any one of you is smoking, I would say this thing, that if the person has smoked for 1 year, it will require another 3 to 4 years till his lung condition becomes normal. For self-confidence, it's much higher. It's much higher. It is like if someone has been insulted for 1 year, it would take 5 years. At times it takes 5 years. And this, so that's why this is like a request. Please never insult, never compare, because every brain is beautiful. Second point, I'm not telling that you just look at the medical subject and you try to learn those things. No, that I'm not telling. Right? Smoke only once every 5 days. So Shaunak, I would really appreciate if you stop that. Right? Don't smoke. Don't smoke. That would be the biggest gift to me if you stop smoking. Okay. And do send me a mail. I'll send something very useful to you. The thing what is called as the subliminal system, right? Subliminal system. These are the specific musics which I have devised, and those musics, you just listen to those musics and automatically you will feel like that no, smoking is not good, and there would be repulsion because it is your brain who is registering that urge to smoke. Same way for the self-confidence, same way for the public speaking, so many musics are there. So time to time, we'll keep on communicating and we'll be talking about it. But smoking, yes, please, if you stop it, it's good for you because life is so vital. You know? Okay. The second thing, for this is, I'm talking about parents, right? To the parents. Second thing, say medical is a long journey. It's a very long journey, right? 8 years, 10 years. And our first target is MBBS. MBBS. During the stage of MBBS, at times it would really happen that kid might not be successful in 1 or 2 subjects. It happens, right? It happens. It is at that point you have to be sharp enough that if your kid is going under any sort of depression, and you'll be shocked to hear out of those thousands of emails, more than 500 emails, they are when our friends, I always say students are like my friends, they are into depression. Yeah, they are into depression. And that depression is a killer, is a killer. And then when we hear that, okay, person has committed suicide and this and that and all those things, right? This is the point when they really need our love and care. Because see, it's not so that 50% mark were not obtained. Someone who got 48 marks, he is a duffer, and someone who got 52 marks, he is intelligent. No. Few marks here or there is not at all a criteria to challenge their intelligence. Right? But it happens like once the person is in depression, see what happens. See in all those cricket matches, right? The body language itself, just by watching the body language, you know that this team is in full mood. Now today, no one can beat them. So these are the 2 points which I would really request to all the parents, right? Because depression is a killer. And as they will be learning so much, they'll be handling so much of data, so much of information, and medical science is a heavy stuff. But once they are through, then rewards, they are awesome. Okay, so this is about parents. About the notes part. From tomorrow, right, I'll be sending you, there would be a link in the description. Right? There would be a link in the description. Every day, right, in the description, when we'll be talking about the subject, there would be a link in the description. So it is a link of the Google Drive, right, where this file would be placed. So that PDF file you can always download and you can keep it with you. So when we'll be talking about the subject, that subject will be, say, right from the anatomy to physiology to biochemistry, gradually we'll keep on learning. So before you really go to university, you will be well prepared with what exactly will you be facing over there, right? I'll keep on telling you that if you got time, right, give me not more, but at least 1 to 1.5 hours a day over and above the time when we are talking, right? So this session plus 1.5 hours. So in this 1.5 hours, so at the most what happens? 1 hour we meet, 1.5 hours is what I insist that you study. This comes to 2.5 hours, right? So out of 24 hours, it is just 2.5 hours. So rest of the 21.5 hours, they are yours, right? But these 2.5 hours, it should be like a commitment. Every day, right? If you give me just this much commitment, the results are guaranteed. Results are guaranteed. Okay. So that was about the notes. Now let's open to this. Any questions you want to ask specifically? I have briefed you about that what are my expectations from you students. There were few points which were for the parents. Gave you the whole idea that what we'll be doing. Tomorrow we'll be talking about USMLE and NEET and PLAB exams. Day 3, day 4 super reading. Day 5, that is Saturday, every Saturday we'll be meeting with that brain booster. Sunday we'll be keeping off, right? Any questions you want to ask? So that what is the best guidebooks to carry for first year? Definitely, right? When we'll be starting with the subject, right? I'll be telling you about the books. Now, just for one example, it's very fascinating that we say that in anatomy, you read the Gray's Anatomy because it is like a Bhagavad Gita. It is like a Bible, right? Such heavy book. We used to take the Gray's Anatomy to impress girls, right? Honestly, right? Because it is a big, thick book. And when you carry it, actually it will make your biceps because it was so thick. And then there was a huge ground. You carry the whole ground, that book, right? And definitely your biceps, they become bigger. Jokes apart, Gray's Anatomy, they are like reference books. I'm not against those reference books, but please Start with something which is very crucial, very basic. Your foundation is important. Your foundation is important, right? And that foundation is built by when you actually write, when you draw figures, right? So when we'll be discussing anatomy, I'll show you those tricks. Yes, Mansi. When you say, are we supposed to make written notes? Not now, not now, but I'll write everything. So you can take those notes with you, and then if you wish, you can add something to that. Right? So definitely it can be done. See, what really is happening is, I think, why, in spite of telling that please don't do this thing, right? Who is from which university, etc., why? Please focus on the correct questions, and please don't stop this unnecessary, because unnecessary I have to stop the chat, right? Today, though, I won't be telling anything, but say if this thing continues, so then I have to actually stop the chat. Yes, I have to actually stop the chat. In that case, what we'll do is, right, you only let me know, right? The ball is in your court. If you say, yes, we should stop the chat, and I'll keep my email open, right? That till you are MBBS, that email open. You send the mail, and I'll take that email and I'll solve the problem. Because here what is happening is unnecessary, so many other things they are coming up. BD Chaurasia or Vishram Singh, BD Chaurasia is also good, right? Yes, that's a valid question. Exam pattern, yes, definitely we'll talk about the exam pattern when we will be starting actual classes for subject. Yes, Tejal will be starting it from the next week, that is from Monday, right? And we should keep handwritten notes. Yeah, we talked about it, right? These notes, whatever I'll write, they'll be with the dissection, they'll be with the notes, they'll be with the specific figures, right? And then after completion of that, if I said that, okay, these are the 1, 2, 3 points, this point is important, this is vital, ditto, same thing I'll save and I'll send it to you, correct? You can download it. So that is the notes part. What is next? National exit exam. That is the exam which you have to appear after you complete your MBBS. Regarding the marrow prep for the initial year, well, I would just say one thing. Let's start learning the subject first, right? There is so much of material available. But still, if you see that in the exam, the results are hardly 15%. Hardly 15% in spite of all those so-called good material. The trouble is that all these exams now, they are not at all focusing on the information. They want how well you can analyze the thing. That analysis is important. Analysis can come only when you have really understood the subject very properly. So this would be our purpose. This would be our purpose. I'm not at all interested that you, okay, say just, okay, there are 7 reasons for pain in the right iliac fossa. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Let's understand that, okay, what are the contents? What are the things which are present over there? And then you should be able to decipher it. It is exactly like a very proper analytical system. Okay. One day tell about which books we carry. Definitely. Not only that, the moment we'll start anatomy, we'll be discussing about pros and cons of every book, right? Yes, definitely we'll be suggesting about when are offline lectures. Sorry, right now I won't be able to answer that regarding the offline. It is online thing. Give 5 years plan. Definitely, as I said, with you till you are MBBS. So not only the first year, but when you'll be in the second year, third year. One point I missed. Wait. Just listen. Right? Say, even if you are in first year, let's say you are learning heart, right? We are discussing heart. I'll show you in detail not only the ECG, but I'll also tell you about the auscultatory findings. Auscultatory findings means when you put the stethoscope and what do you hear? right, for specific conditions. This is the reason when we said that much more comfortable, much is that, because this time much better graphics, much better, say, technology will be implementing, so that you actually learn that when we put the stethoscope on the patient's chest, and if it is mitral stenosis, we should be able to decipher that, okay, it is this type of murmur, these type of sounds. So when we'll be learning heart, yes, it would be like, I'll be showing you even angiography, and yes, why not? You'll be learning the CT scan, you will be learning even the MRI. In first year, what difference does it make? At any point of time, if you learn these things, they are new to you. But right from the beginning, when you start watching these things, you'll be more and more comfortable because your brain has seen that, right? So at one point of time, you will be absolutely fine. By the time when you'll come to second year or third year, it would be just like a cakewalk. You'll be able to pick up the differences. You'll be able to pick up the diagnosis much better, right? So that's the reason what I say, everything would be integrated. Everything would be integrated. This is what they ask for USMLE, which is called as the toughest exam on this planet. USMLE, United States Medical Licensing Examination, right? And say next national exit exam is like sister of USMLE. No more the questions would be like answer means select the most, say what are the reasons of pain in abdomen, or no, nothing, not of that sort, right? A common nerve supply or blood supply. Now things would be at a very different level. So I'll be giving you practice. Not only that, we'll be conducting exams also. We'll be conducting exam exactly the same way. I'll give you one question. You have to answer, and then after 1 minute we'll move on to the next question. The only thing is it would be your honesty, right? I won't be able to judge that how many questions were true or false in your case, right? Once we'll finish the exam, I'll give you the answer sheet, okay, this, and with the explanation, and then you have to just tell me your score, right? Whatever the score which you'll say, I'll accept it. I know you are honest. But that way, gradually you'll be able to shift your brain from one subject to another subject at a much faster rate. What I mean to really say is that if we say, at what pace can you speak from A to Z? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, right? If you start the stopwatch, right, within 5 seconds, 6 seconds, you can speak so fast. At what pace can you speak from 1 to 26, right? Obviously, pretty fast. But when it comes to like this, you speak like A1, B2, C3, D4, speed cuts off, right? Speed decreases. It is because when your brain is shifting from one mode to another mode. Same thing happens in an exam. One question which is from respiratory system, second question straight away jumps into, say, from the renal, right? And third question straight away goes into the brain, right? So that's how you have to shift really very fast. We'll be conducting all these tests, we'll be conducting all these practices while learning, right? So that it comes into your second nature. Second nature is that nature where you don't have to remember. It is like if I ask your name, you don't have to remember that what exactly is my name, right? It comes into your second nature. It becomes automatic. So that's the whole wish, because then you don't have to really cram. iPad Pro M2 chipset is best. Yeah, definitely I'm having that. Right? Georgian MBBS are same as like 19 subjects of India? Absolutely, right? All those there are, Rahul, that's a good question. Say 19 subjects is what you have to prepare, right? There are in MBBS, there are 19 subjects. Now, some subjects, their weightage is less. I would say will not be doing like that. Even if there is less weightage, what if that person, that patient comes and he's having any trouble from those topics? So will not ignore any of the subject, will take care of every subject very properly. Means you should not be blank about any of the disease, right? It's okay. It's not a crime to miss some of the points, but one should not be absolutely blank. Okay. India syllabus is same as Georgian syllabus. Well, syllabus to that is same across the whole India because syllabus is very less. Is very less. Syllabus is just human body. Bus. That's our syllabus. Very less, right? That's it. Whether we study it in India or any other country, that's our syllabus. We should carry stethoscope 100%. 100%. It's not so when you go to clinics and then you say, chalo, let me buy the stethoscope. Buy it on the day one, right? First, you look like a doctor, you know, because it creates that impression, right? When we put the stethoscope like this. And second, if not more, at least start listening to your own heart. Right? Means stethoscope is not that romantic, right? It would be just lub dub, right? That would be the sound effect, right? I'm not telling that whose name is coming, right? But well, that stethoscope you won't find that romantic, right? It would be lub dub, right? Simple. Laptop or iPad? Well, laptop is from the storage point of view, it is very good. iPad is handy. So you decide. What subject will there for the first year? Anatomy, physiology and biochemistry. They will be the subject. Associated with Vishwa? Definitely. Definitely. Why not? Right? You can see the logo there. Is there any difference between Indian MBBS and Georgian MBBS? Syllabus wise, no, there won't be any difference. In Georgia, you have to learn the Georgian language extra, but otherwise subjects, so they are all same. Right? They are same worldwide. Any question which I am missing? Yes, lectures will be on YouTube. Yes, every day we'll be meeting over here only. And if you subscribe, so then you will be getting the links automatically. Otherwise, you'll be getting the links by SMS also. We'll be discussing time management. You tell me, right? See, any of the topics, if you wish to discuss, say it honestly. You want that time management thing? Sure, this is one of the very interesting topic because all of us, we know, one of my friend has written very nicely that we know how much money we have got, but we don't know how much time we have got, but still we try to save our money and we keep on wasting our time. True? We don't have, because this COVID has taught a beautiful lesson that you don't know how much time you have got. And yes, that's why we have read so many books about time management. We have attended so many seminars and still we keep on wasting our time. It is what is called as the time leakage. Time leaks, right? Time leaks. So in this time management, positively, if you wish, we can discuss it on this Saturday only. On this Saturday only, we'll talk about this time management and there'll be some very harsh things, right? It will actually hit you over here, right? When at point, I'll be saying something where you will feel the pain, yes, this is what I'm doing. And when we waste time like that, right, it is simply because we are trying to entertain someone else. The day we start learning no, saying no, right? No, I don't have time because my work is crucial. You see the difference. You might end up and really time to time I delete so many contacts from my iPhone. Yeah, I delete. Why should I entertain others? Those who are genuine, and this COVID thing, though, they has taught so many things that really now with me, all those, they are like gold. They are such beautiful contacts, and all those kachra, they have been deleted, right? No regrets. So yes, time management, where I would say something very harsh, but it is needed. Yeah, all the tablets, they are not sweet. So some bitter tablets are there. So let me know, right? You can send me the mail, and you guys decide that what you really want to talk or discuss on Saturday. Every Saturday we'll meet, right? Okay. Should we start studying now before our college starts? Definitely, Harshita. This is like a practice. This the earlier you start, the better will be the success rate, because it's like marathon. If someone has started 100 days back, definitely he or she will perform much better as compared to someone who has just started about 30 days back. And someone who is starting on the just before 1 day. Right? So they will never be able to complete it. So sure, because why to waste time? Why to waste time? Okay, journal seem like 19 subjects, and what else? What else? We should carry stethoscope. We talked yes about it. Credit system, we'll talk about it, right? Because it's a lengthy answer, so we'll talk about the credit system. Daily, yes, lecture is at 11 a.m. Ashwarya, that's right. What we do in this free time, which helps us in medical study. Tomorrow, remind me to talk about this, right? Because when we'll be talking about USMLE, do remind me, and we'll talk about it. Do we need to purchase books in Georgia? Books, they are much cheaper over here in India. Over there, they will be costly. So better what basics should we start? Definitely when we'll start the subject right from the beginning, anatomy, general anatomy, and that's why, see, name is absolute essentials. Absolute essential means something which is so important so that it prepares you properly for the upcoming studies, right? So sure, we'll talk hardcover textbooks or paperbacks or physical books or digital. If you are comfortable with digital, nothing like that. But still, paper books are paper books, right? So that we can mark, we can write. So it gives that feel. Books are same. Which books to buy now? Let the subject start, and we'll talk about every part of it. What should we study now? Yes, focus on what we discuss, right? From tomorrow, I'll start assigning you some of the tasks. So you'll be busy in that. Habit of ebooks. Okay, so no worries. Even I do have lots of ebooks, but at times physical book is physical, right? Nothing can beat it. Books are same here or there. Worldwide, they are same. Hard copies out in college. Say regarding that, I don't know that, but books, so I think we have to buy real books. Can you tell us some important books? Surely we'll talk about it. What should we study now? That I think I answered. Any new question? Anything? Is gym manageable with MBBS? Beyond doubt. Beyond doubt. Why not? Right? Say you will be giving me just 1.5 hours, and then 1 hour we meet over here, right? Out of those 21.5 hours, 1 hour of gym, I would really appreciate. Beyond doubt. Definitely manageable. You know, about the fitness, I tell you one very interesting thing. Many times people say, I go to the gym for 2 hours, right? This is stupidity. This is sheer stupidity. The book of Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? What he has said is that when you start exercising, don't talk to anyone, right? It is the set 1, set 2, set 3, right? Go at a rapid pace with minimal, just not more than 1 minute of gap. Not more than 1 minute of gap. Immediately, once you complete it, shift to the second. And the best example is HIIT, high intensity interval training. It is just a 7-minute training. 7 minutes. It means how to do that? Give your heart and soul. It's like if you are jogging, 40 seconds, right? You can, 40 seconds is, if it is more, you can cut down to 30 seconds. 30 seconds of give your heart and soul. Run at a full pace, 30-second rest, and repeat it 7 times. see what happens. You do this thing every day and see what happens. If you go to gym, don't waste any time in talking or any of the other things. Simply focus on the exercise. 30 minutes of gym session, more than enough. And then after 30 minutes, just out. Bas. Because then you'll be targeted. You'll be focused that I've got only 30 minutes. And within that 30 minutes, you'll be performing your best as compared to spending 1 hour, 2 hours into the gym. Teach to the student, like for example, from a book or physical books. Well, Shubhangi, most probably you will find. That's why these sessions are there. Right? I am not telling that the training would be say compromised or anything like that, but the point is, say PowerPoint, they will be everywhere. Now at times PowerPoint really kills the interest or creativity, but once you have understood the concept of super reading, trust me, your entire study pattern would change. You'll be able to make your own notes so rapidly and you'll be able to remember it so effectively that even if it is coming from PPT, but no worries, right? You will make your own notes. The biggest advantage would be just a day before exam, which is like a killer night, right? Your notes in your own handwriting with only the keywords, you'll be able to scroll through that thing much faster as compared to any of the PowerPoint presentation in the world. So this is why I said consistency. You keep on making those notes. I'll show you how to make those notes and keep those notes securely. That is the real gold. Just before the day of examination, because your brain, you have understood everything properly. It is just one glance and then you will remember. And in exam, your understanding, you close your eyes and one by one, those points will keep on coming, right? So right from the beginning, like a marathon. How many hours will a lecture last? Well, normally it is 1 to 1.5. 1.5 is maximum, right? Our lecture, yeah, our lecture is roughly about 1 to 1.5 hours, depending upon the subject. Depending upon the subject, I tell you, usually you'll see many of my sessions. I try to finish the topic, never look at the time. So some of the topics, they will be so marvelous that it might go into 1.5 hours or 2 hours. But once we complete the topic, finish it once for all, right? You'll be very satisfied inside your heart, right? So it happens, but normally it is 1.5 hours. Grey's Anatomy is good. Yes, it is good, but it is a reference book. It should be, yeah, books regarding we talked about. Should we start studying now? Definitely, Harshita, we should start studying now. Yes, lectures are daily. They are daily, Monday to Friday. And then on Saturday, we'll be meeting, right? Just for maybe talk. This lecture will be there. Even candidate starts their offline classes. Definitely. Why not? Why not? Say, I tell you. Let me talk about this. Say I got trinocular microscope, right? Which is with a high res camera. So when I'll put a slide, when I'll be teaching the histology, right? Say in histology, when we were studying, there were those simple microscope, right? And teacher used to put that, okay, this is a columnar epithelium and the marker is put. And then one by one students would see that, right? We used to see, okay. And teacher would say, is it okay? Were you able to see? Now, how can you say no in front of the whole batch of beautiful girls, right? What would they think? Yaar, he so duffer, itna nahi dikha, itna nahi pata chala. So we used to say, ha. Truly speaking, no one was understanding histology. And then what used to happen in the hostel, right? We used to remember it like, acha, see columnar epithelium, right? They are all those like these lamba cell, right? That is columnar epithelium. Literally, we studied like that. I don't want that you study it like that, right? So that's why the slides would be put, and in real time, I'll move the slide, and because it would be connected with this camera, the live feed will be there. I'm using the system, what is called as the Elgato system. So in Elgato, with a single flip, I'll be able to rotate. There are 17 screens over here. So I'll be able to feed any of the screen into your say live feed, so that you understand the subject. So many of the screens, they are like split into 4. So they are all over here, and they will be controlled by the Elgato system, right? I'll show you the Elgato also, that what exactly it is. That, right? It is a completely programmable system. So that way you see the real slide, and then I tell you that this is how you identify. And in case if you feel like that, okay, how do I compare the squamous epithelium with this columnar epithelium? Flip-flop, right? Immediately screen will be divided into 2. You'll be able to see 2 things simultaneously. So that is what will improve your understanding. Will we have subject training today? Not today, right? From the next week, we'll be starting the subject training. Salary about complete MBBS from Georgia. Well, salary depends upon your ability, right? And where exactly are you trying to work? But definitely doctors, they earn good. You have to give any other exam then next for getting medical license in India? No. Next is the only exam which you have to give. Stethoscope is given in Vishwa Medical Kit. I think stethoscope is something which you buy by yourself. I'm not sure about this answer, but if you ask me, so I would insist that you invest when you are learning so much, right? You should invest a bit into your stethoscope. Go for a very professional stethoscope. It makes a big difference. When we'll be discussing auscultation, at that point, I'll talk about it. That what difference does it make when it is a good diaphragm, and when you put it on chest, you'll be able to hear such sounds, such delicate, intricate sounds which are missed otherwise. So it's simply like, it's like a sound system, right? It is like a sound system. Will we have subject, or so which subject will you teach us? Well, as I said, technically all 19 subjects, everything will always be connected. Dead bodies, I mean death bodies, I think you are asking for the dead bodies, right? Dead bodies, they are not available over there, right? But during our training, say for example, if you just want to have a look at it, today evening for the senior students, for the other students, I'm starting a new series for the thorax, right? Thorax is chest. So over there, I'll be showing the real live dissection, right? Real images of the real body, right? Not from some atlas, or not from something which is, these are the real images where I'll be able to show you that, okay, this is the body. Let's put incision over there. We peel the skin, then we look at the muscles, we remove the muscles, we look at the bones, we cut the bones, we enter into deep. So that gives you a complete sequence. So over here, right, there are already the series for head and neck, brain, right, abdomen, upper limb, lower limb. They are already there. Only thorax is left out. So today evening at 8 o'clock, right, I'm starting this series. So those who are interested, don't worry about whether you understand everything in utmost detail. But even if you'll hear it, you'll come across that, yes, this is how things really go. Over there, no, dead bodies, they won't be available. All right. Next, they just surely will talk about this USMLE next, and all those exams tomorrow, right? Because we have given the entire day for that. Which one is good? Yes, everything, right? Just all 6 years, that's what I wish. Why not? Right? It's my pleasure. Is any brand for good stethoscope? Littmann. Littmann is the international standard for stethoscope. Littman. Littmann. Very beautiful stethoscope. Regarding books, yes, let the subject start and we'll surely talk about it. Okay, so that's it for today, right? Any other questions, just send me a mail at tillurmbbs gmail.com, right? And I'll try to answer as early as possible, right? But if there is a delay of 1 or 2 days, then I'm sorry, but I'll definitely try to answer as early as possible. Okay. All right. So thank you so much. And we meet tomorrow, same time, 11 o'clock. Thank you and bye-bye.